this fight isn't going to be close. Jiri Prochazka is levels above Khalil Rountree, Khalil Bumtree, Khalil Coltree Jr., Khalil Rountree's Randoms Jr. Alright? Warhorse. more like gay horse. I've got a little PowerPoint presentation to really dive into why I think this fight isn't going to be close. I'm going to break it down, mate. I'm going to break it down for you. You know what I'm saying, lad? Why this Chad is going to demolish, school this cult leader. I just want to show you a picture real quick. And you may be thinking, Bromo, what the fuck's that? What is that on my screen right now? This is Johnny Walker KOing Khalil Rountree Jr. Is it a relevant point to bring up in 2025? Probably not. But I just want you to remember that Khalil Rountree Jr. got knocked out by the way, in one round by Johnny Walker. An unorthodox, goofy, karate-style fighter. Knocked him out in round 1. Now, granted, this was 7 years ago. So it's not relevant, really. Because Khalil Rountree came back. He's improved his game a lot since this fight. He went to train in Thailand. He's fucking really good now. But I just want to put this out there that the guy actually did get KO'd by Johnny Walker. And I know you could say, well, Uncle I've got submitted by Paul Craig and he's the champ. And yeah, you could say that. To which I would say, shut the fuck up. Anyway, let's talk about these fights. So, Khalil Rountree versus Alex Pereira. A lot of people, myself included, gave Khalil Rountree a lot of credit for this fight. And rightfully so. He did the best out of everyone against Alex Pereira. He did really, really well. He survived till round 4. Longer than anyone else has. Okay. Well, apart from Jan Blachowicz. But, well, actually, no, because that was a 3-rounder, wasn't it? But he's the only guy that really lasted till round 4 and really took it to Alex. Won round 2. Knocked him down. Yeah. It's a really good, really solid performance. I just want to add this in, though. However, people forget, man. Alex was injured going into this fight. Alex was injured and sick, and he was on antibiotics. This is a quote from Alex Pereira. The fight was really tough, but only my team really knows how tough this camp was. I went through a lot of stuff that nobody really knows about. I was in Brazil over a month ago. I had problems with my visa. I was going over to the consulate every day, trying to see if my passport was ready to be picked up. Finally made it back to the US. Spent about a week in Connecticut. Been here for 3 weeks. In that meantime, I was on antibiotics. I had a fever and a bad throat, and a lot of things happened. Antibiotics can fuck you up. Like, they really sap your energy, really drain you. Anyone that's been on them knows. Also, going back, when I was in Brazil, I hurt my rib. It was an injury that I had about a year ago, and then it came back. So that was also something I was dealing with. Then when I came here, my throat was still bad. I went to the doctor, had another round of antibiotics. I even recorded a video at the time. I said in the video I would show it if I won. So we can put that out there at some point. I went through a lot. Also, the ligament on my toe was hurt from 300. That came back. There's a lot of things I went through this camp. It was a tough fight, but it was a tough lead up to this fight, and I actually feel really proud of myself in this moment. So yes, Khalil Rountree did very, very well. But let's not act like this was a healthy 100% Alex Pereira in there, because it wasn't. 2 rounds of antibiotics, injured rib, torn ligament in his toe, sore throat. This was a guy who was not in good shape going into this fight. And I'm not taking anything away from Khalil, because he still took it to him, and he was still really good. But we need to add context to this performance. Although it was very fucking good, and I do rate it, it wasn't against a healthy, or a completely healthy Alex Pereira. And the fact that he's even mentioned this after he won the fight, in my opinion, tells me it's true. I mean, if he lost the fight and then he came up with all these excuses, you could be like, he's just trying to, cover up for the fact that he lost. But Why would you win and then give excuses? Like, it was a fucking great win from Alex too. A really good win. Because it isn't like Khalil's a bad fighter. Khalil's a very good fighter. But I do think if this was a healthy Pereira, probably wouldn't have gone that far. I don't want to look at this picture. I don't want to look at it. Round 2 head kick KO for Jiri. Well, for Alex on Jiri. In their rematch. Jiri did very well in the first fight. Extremely well on the first fight. This was actually, I'm pretty sure this was a short notice fight. This was thrown together. I can't remember what card they were saving. It might have been 303? Was it 303? I'm pretty sure this was a short notice fight. If it wasn't, it was still a great win for Alex. I'm not taking away anything from this fight. It was a really good fight. But let's look back at the first fight that these guys had. Jiri was having success. He was having great success on Alex Pereira. And in my opinion, call me a Jiri Glazer, call me a Copa, I think that fight was prematurely stopped. Would it have changed the outcome of the fight if the fight was allowed to carry on? Probably not, no. But do I think the fight was prematurely stopped? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think that fight was prematurely stopped. Jiri was still in there. He was still conscious. As soon as the referee, Mark Goddard, I believe it was, of course it was, called off the fight, Jiri got up. He was fine. This one, not so much. And yes, Khalil had a better performance than Jiri against Alex Pereira when Jiri fought him the second time round, alright? But this was healthy Pereira. This was healthy Pereira. Healthy Pereira. Now we've got the Jamal Hill fights. So we can make a comparison. Look at Jamal Hill's nose, man. What the fuck happened? Fucking hell, that's crazy, mate. We can compare these two because they both beat Jamal. They both beat Jamal. And then we're going to break down the fight. I just want to give context. Okay, we will break down the fight. I'll go over each guy's strength and how I think the fight goes. Okay? But I just want to go over this first. So, Khalil versus Jamal Hill. Great performance from Khalil Rountree. Great performance. Just dominated him for 5 rounds. Great performance. But what I noticed was he was very hesitant to actually go to the ground for some reason. He kept knocking him down and just not following him down there. I don't know why. I don't know what point he was trying to prove. He could have got him out of there in round 2. He could have really just got him out of there ASAP. But he decided to knock him down multiple times and just stand there. Not follow him down to the ground. I don't know, did he want to just beat him up and embarrass him? I don't know. Beats me. But in this fight, Khalil Rountree looked great. Alright. Low kicks were fantastic. Khalil's low kicks are some of the best at light heavyweight. In the UFC. Period. To be honest with you. They're so explosive and they just slap. They just slap. And poor Jamal with his little knee braces just couldn't take him. He had to switch stances 2 or 3 times in this fight because Khalil was beating up his leg so bad. But again, he was very hesitant to follow him down to the ground. And I don't know why. He did it against Eric Anders too. If you go back and watch the Eric Anders fight, he knocked him down like 4 times. And he just didn't follow him down to the ground. And he just let him lay there. I mean, he was kicking his legs because he was doing a lot of damage to Eric Anders' legs too. I think that was his first fight back after going to Thailand to train Muay Thai, and he came back like a new fighter. He did in the world of good. But say they with Jamal Hill, he knocks these people down, but he doesn't follow them to the ground. He did it it's the same with Anthony Smith. He knocked him down and just walked up to him like this, and didn't pounce on him or anything. Just didn't go down to the ground. It's very weird that he does this in all of his fights. He just doesn't follow people to the ground. It's very strange. But this fight was good from Khalil. But this... this was gorgeous. This was so gorgeous. Jiri Prochazka in this fight is like This is one of my favourite fights to watch. You all thought Khalil leveled up when he went to Thailand. Jiri leveled up when he learned how to move his fucking head. Oh. His head movement in this fight was just... It was poetry in motion. Did he get caught? Yeah, he got caught a few times. Look, he's perfect. You're never gonna take no shots unless you're Hamzat Chimaev. Then you will. But you'll always get a punch on the face every now and again. But for the most part, his head movement was on point. Slipping punches, rolling punches, and countering, slipping and countering. It was gorgeous. The finishing sequence started with a slip back and a 1-2, and it just dropped Jamal Hill. It was so fucking gorgeous to watch, bro. This was a great performance, and unlike Khalil Rountree, pardon me, Jiri actually follows Jamal Hill to the ground, gets the ground and pound TKO in round 3. Yeah? That's what you want. When you knock someone down or you wobble them, you chase the finish. Khalil doesn't chase the finishes. I don't know why. I don't know what he's got against going to the ground and look. I'm sure he's done it in the past, right? But recent memory. Jamal Hill for 5 rounds knocked him down like 4 or 5 times. Just kind of left him there. Let him get up. Why? Go down and finish the fight, bro. You know what I mean? You can't do that against Jiri. Jiri is so dangerous when he's rocked still. I mean, look at Dominic Reyes' fight. He got rocked. Finished him. Glover Teixeira fight. Got rocked a few times. Finished him. He even got rocked in the Rakic fight. Finished him. The only person he's not been able to finish is Alex Pereira. Jamal Hill was doing well in the second round. Didn't rock Jiri. Was landing some good shots. Jiri knocked him out. If you knock Jiri down and you just let him recover, that's a bad game plan, Khalil. If you knock Jiri down, you better be chasing him to the ground to finish him off. Pause. But you better had to. Otherwise, he's going to get back up. He's going to be even more dangerous and more pissed off than what he was before. Yeah? You need to be finishing Jiri on the ground. Pause again. But not really, because he's the best. I'd finish him on the ground. Wait, what? No homo. No, brobo. But this performance from Jiri was absolutely superb. I have no faults in it at all. Let's now break down the fight that's happening this weekend. I've got some strengths and I have some strengths. Got Khalil Rountree here. These are his strengths. I didn't write down the weaknesses, but we can just go over them anyway. Low kicks. His low kicks are unbelievable. This is the main thing I'm concerned about, is them. The low kicks of Khalil Rountree are absolutely deadly. And Jiri Prochazka hasn't shown us that he can actually check a leg kick yet. Alright? He can't check leg kicks. But we don't know if he's been working on that, because Jamal Hill didn't really throw any leg kicks either. So we don't actually know if his low kick defense has improved, because Jamal Hill didn't throw out any leg kicks for Jiri to really have to check. Do I think he's going to be able to check Khalil Rountree's low kicks? If Khalil Rountree has a game plan of throwing low kicks? No. But he didn't check any of Rakic's low kicks either. And look what happened. He finished him. So I'm saying, when Jiri's hurt, he's dangerous still. You can't just be like, oh, I'm hurting him. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and it'll work. No. You hurt Jiri. He's a dangerous guy. He's the same way. Oh, hold on, I'll move myself over. He's the same way in every single fight that he's been in. Counter punching is another one of Khalil's great strengths. He did it against Anthony Smith amazingly well. He did it against Alex Pereira. He actually dropped Pereira to a knee by countering a high kick. He ducked underneath the high kick and threw a punch mid-high kick and knocked Pereira down. His counterboxing is very, very fucking good. And he did it again against Jamal Hill, just countering things perfectly. But I don't think he's going to be able to counter-punch Jiri as well. Is he going to get Jiri with some counters? I don't doubt that he will. But I don't think it's going to be as effective, and here's the reason why. He's very good at counter-punching people that stand right in front of him. Anthony Smith stood right in front of him. Eric Anders stood right in front of him. Alex Pereira stood right in front of him. Jamal Hill stood right. They don't laterally move. They don't move side to side. It's forwards and backwards, and they might gallop to the side a little bit. Well, they're not like Johnny Walker. You know, awkward style, bouncing around left, right, forward, backwards. He's laterally moving. He's moving all around. Alex, although Alex is very good, he does just stand right in front of you. Anthony Smith stands right in front of you. Eric Anders stands right in front of you. Right in front of you. Jamal Hill. No, not Jamal Hill. Johnny Walker doesn't. Jiri doesn't. I think Jiri being able to bounce around side to side, not stay in a linear path, is going to make it very hard for Khalil to actually time and counter his punches. And we'll get into Jiri's other strengths as to why I don't think he's going to be able to counter Jiri's punches as well as what he has been doing the other guys. But we'll get to that. He's also very explosive. He's very explosive. He throws everything into everything. He doesn't throw a feeler jab or a feeler low kick like a rangefinder. Everything is with intent, and it's there to hurt you. It's explosive. It's damage. That's all he knows, is damage. He beats you like you owe him money. I'm not going to deny it. He is very explosive and powerful. I mean, his low kicks. Again, go watch the Eric Anders fight. His legs were fucked. And he's very tough. I mean, he took a beating from Alex. We all saw his face afterwards. He's an absolute warrior. He's a tough motherfucker. When he goes through a war, he hangs in there. It's very hard to knock him down. It's very hard to get... Well, unless you call Johnny Walker, then you can do it in one round. You can't train a chin. You can't train a chin to take more punches. I'm just saying, if you've got it, you've got it. If you don't, you don't. But he is very tough. He's a very tough guy. Now, Jiri. Let me move myself over. Unpredictability. Very unpredictable. Look at the Dominic Reyes fight. Did anybody see that spinning elbow coming? Did anybody see Jiri Prochazka jumping on the back of Glover Teixeira and rear naked and getting him in a rear naked choke? Did anybody see Jiri Prochazka learning how to move his head and do a slip back 1-2 counter to knock down Jamal? Did anyone see Jiri eating loads of leg kicks and just knocking the guy out? The way he throws his punches, they're unpredictable. The way he throws his strikes, his kicks, his uppercuts, his elbows, they're unpredictable. This is why I think it's going to be very hard for Khalil to counterpunch, because he's unpredictable. He doesn't throw his jab from his guard. Okay, he throws it from down at his hip. All right, and everything Jiri throws is untelegraphed. Even when he throws his lead uppercut, he leans, he'll like duck down and just shoot back up. Boom. It's not like it's like he's gonna wind it up and bring his hand down and then try and shoot it, and then you can see like his arm wind back. He like literally just goes, ba-bang, ba-bang. It's unpredictable, and it goes into this as well. Speed. Jiri is faster than Khalil, but not as explosive. He's faster, but not as explosive. I think Khalil's punches, because every single punch and kick is there with the intent to finish the fight. He's very explosive in that way. Jiri's not like that. He's just very fast. He's in and out. His punches in and out, elbows in and out. He's very, very quick. He's probably one of the quickest light heavyweights right now. And we come on to the head movement. I mean, the head movement's just next level. Khalil Rountree doesn't have head movement. He's got a very high tie guard. He doesn't move his head. He isn't slipping and dodging punches, which he'll need to do, because Jiri's lead uppercut, I think that's going to be a great weapon, because that's going to go straight underneath the tie guard of Khalil Rountree. I think Jiri's lead uppercut is going to be a gem in this fight. He's gonna throw that shit, and it is gonna land. As soon as he sees it land, the first 2-3 times, that's gonna be like the go-to. When Khalil can't time that and counter that and get out of the way of that, because it's so weird the way that he moves and throws it. That's what's gonna, that's what's gonna be the deal breaker here. And it's what I'm saying about head movement. Khalil don't have any. Jiri's got head movement now. Jiri learned head movement. My brother said in the Jamal Hill fight, he was lucky with his head movement. Oh, really? He was lucky that many times, was it? He was lucky that many times in the Jamal Hill fight. He was lucky that many times, was he? You fucking retard. If you're watching this, you're a retard. You're the biggest casual, non-casual MMA You train MMA, for fuck's sake. God damn, baby bromo. Go subscribe to him now. He does some fitness stuff. I really like him. Jiri can move his head now. It's a game changer. I think he'd have a much better chance against Alex Pereira now. Now he can move his head. And we got here kind of the same thing with the unpredictability. He's unorthodox. He can fight from both southpaw and orthodox stance. He can fight from both stances. He switches them throughout the fight, no matter what. Like he'll just switch stances, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's back in the other stance, and he's throwing something. He doesn't throw punches, like I say, from a high guard. His hands are down usually. I mean, he's got better at having his hands up, but they're not like, it's like a tight guard. He has them up here, and he's still kind of, using his hands as like little rangefinders, and he's doing all this stuff, and he's bang, unorthodox, very unorthodox fighter. I don't think you can train for someone like Jiri. No one can replicate his style apart from maybe Johnny Walker. Maybe Khalil should do a camp with Johnny Walker for this fight. Just a suggestion. That'd actually be probably the best guy you could get to replicate Jiri Prochazka is unironically Johnny Walker. And he's just a Chad. Need I say more? He's just a Chad. Need I say any fucking more? The guy's a Chad, and he's got all these strengths. Now let's talk about weaknesses. Like I didn't really write them down because I forgot, but we can go over them. One weakness of Khalil's: lack of ability, lack of intent to finish a fight. Like I said about the Jamal Hill fight, the Eric Anders fight, you can go back and watch them. He knocks them down like 4 times. He doesn't follow them to the ground. Jamal Hill's not like this amazing wrestler. Why not follow him to the ground? Eric Anders can wrestle somewhat. He ended up trying to shoot a takedown on Khalil, but he was that fucked in the end that he couldn't. Lack of intent to finish. If Khalil knocks down Jiri and he lets Jiri recover on the ground, that's a bad game plan. Another weakness: no head movement. It's just the tie high guard. That's why Alex Pereira was able to land so much on him. And because the high guard is so high, ripping to the body is so easy. I mean, Alex Pereira ripped to that body so fucking nastily in round 4. It was disgusting. But it's because he has that high Muay Thai guard. That's really the only weaknesses I can see for Khalil. Now for Jiri, the main weakness is checking leg kicks. We don't know if he can check leg kicks yet because we haven't seen him do it because he hasn't needed to because, like I say, Jamal Hill didn't throw any leg kicks. But if his previous fights are anything to go off of, he can't check leg kicks. Rakic was chewing up Jiri's legs, but luckily, like I said, Jiri's a Chad, as you can see on the screen. So it doesn't really matter all that much. It doesn't matter all that much because he's a Chad. But that is a glaring weakness in Jiri Prochazka's game. Another weakness would have been his head movement, but he's got that on lock. But a weakness of his would be he still does occasionally, well, quite a lot to be honest, drop the guard. He'll have it up here, and he'll just revert back to standard Jiri over low guard and just relying on head movement now. That could be a weakness against someone like Khalil who throws with the intent. He throws with the intent to finish, but then he won't go for the finish. If that makes sense. Like everything he's throwing has so much. He's throwing everything into every single strike that he throws. If you don't have your hands up, like if you don't move your head for one of those strikes, and but like you have your guard up, you might be able to block it with your guard. If your guard's down and your head don't move, then you're fucked. You're taking a big shot. So the two weaknesses for Khalil: head movement and the high guard, and the lack of intent to finish. So that's 3. For Jiri, I have leg kicks and the low guard. Yeah, and kind of like the high guard as well, because he sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. It's just his guard in general. But how do I think this fight finishes? Do I think Jiri can finish Rountree? I think we're going to see a 30-27 from Jiri. I think Yuri's not going to go in there and go ham in the pocket with Khalil Rountree because of how good Khalil is with the counters, and he like I say, very explosive. I think he hits harder than Jiri, but Yuri's more precise. And because Jiri throws strikes that you don't see coming, you can't brace yourself for them. They're the ones that really get you. The strikes that you don't see coming are the ones that really fucking hurt. Oh, sorry, you can't even see that. I'm good at this, I'm really, really good. The strikes that you don't see coming are the ones that really do hurt. And Yuri's really good at throwing strikes that you don't see coming. Like, look at that elbow. I mean, to be fair, that spinning elbow, even if you saw that coming, the one on Dominic Reyes, would have still knocked you out. But the fact that it was just so sneaky, like, oh, I'm just going to throw this now. Boom. That makes it even worse, bro. The same with Jamal Hill. Slip back. It was literally just a 1-2. Didn't see it coming because he was getting countered. And he gets rocked. But the thing is, I don't know if Jiri can finish Khalil Rountree, because like I said, Khalil Rountree is very, very tough. Very tough. He's a tough guy. And if he took Pereira, albeit being sick, 4 rounds to get him out of there, and I know this is kind of MMA mafia, I just think Yuri's going to just outstrike him. He's going to out-volume Khalil. Khalil might throw some deadly leg kicks. I think he will. He's going to target Yuri's legs. That's what if I was fighting Jiri, I'd target the legs. That's what I'd go for. But I do think Jiri, he's not going to finish Khalil because he's tough. And if he does, that's my bad for giving Khalil too much credit. All right? I think Yuri's going to get a 30-27 win here. I really do. I think he's going to outstrike him. He's going to be too evasive for Khalil to land on. Because, look, Khalil's not like... I don't want people to get it twisted when I say this. Khalil's not super fast. He's very explosive, but he's not all-round fast. Like, he's only got fast movement paired with fast striking. He's very explosive with the 2-punch, 3-punch combinations, and then he kind of just settles. He's very he fights in bursts, or he'll throw one really strong leg kick. Very explosive. Like, he's fast in that instant. But in terms of being fast in general, like a fast fighter, I don't think he's that quick. And even if he was, I don't think he's as quick as Jiri. And I think Jiri is going to really take it to him on the feet. And it's going to be a masterclass from Jiri Prochazka. 30-27, Jiri is going to win this comfortably and smoothly. Alright? Smoothly. Now, I think it's going to be a great fight. I'm really excited. Alright, I am going to be going live for the fight card. I don't usually anymore do fight companions because I don't really like them. But because it's Jiri and it's my boy, I'm going to do it. And if Jiri loses, I'm shaving the beard. I'm shaving the beard. That's how confident I am. I'm risking the bromo beard for my boy Jiri. Alright. Become a member today. I'm uploading regular on there. Okay, I'm going to record another reaction, a non-MMA reaction in a second, or after this video, to go up on the members only channel, probably tomorrow. And I hope you guys enjoy the fight on the weekend, because I will. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, by the way, about this fight. Do you agree with my takes? Do you disagree? What takes do you disagree with, and why? End of the day, guys, if you made it this far, I appreciate you, because this has been a very long video. What kind of long? It's been like nearly half an hour. Okay, it might be half an hour by the time I finish yapping. I just want to say these are just opinions. You don't need to get angry at them. Okay, MMA fans, you don't need to get angry at MMA prediction opinions, because they don't matter. It's all for fun. And with that being said, like and subscribe. My links are down below. And until next time, I'll see you in a bit.